as a headmaster, what do you as the headmaster hope to see the student to take with him when he leaves school after 5 years, let's say from 5?
We all, as all brother schools, we said that our job is to make sure that the students that leave us are able to touch the hearts of people and also help to change lives. And that's why the Rukun Negara, the 5 principles, are exactly what we want the kids to leave St. Xavier's with. At the same time, never think that there is no God, especially when they do well, and then they all believe there is no God, they can do anything with their own power. And when they face a crisis, that is when God comes in. And that time, for some of our Xaverians, I'm afraid it is too late. They go into depression and commit suicide. So we have cases like this, and it's very sad. And that is why we insist that, from time to time, we do insist that kids, have a religion. Even you have no particular religion, at least the most important, believe in God. There is somewhere, there is no such thing as hopelessness in life. There is always hope. But except that sometimes the tunnels seem to be very dark and very far, and the light is only a pinhole. But still, we keep on insisting to the kids that there is still light at the end of the tunnel. Shouldn't give up. I think the most memorable moment when I came into the school was the old boys, like Old Xaverian Association, and all the other old boys are very supportive of the school, because every time I appealed to them for help, they responded generously. When I first came, the computer room was rather small, and I went begging with our chairman of the board of governors. Then we got money to renovate an unused toilet, a huge unused toilet, into a computer room. Then we have old boys who had reunion, their class reunion, and they asked what the school wants. I said 35 new computers, and they gave 100%, 39 new computers. And I still feel if you visit the toilet and it's dirty, that means the school is dirty.
Yeah, one ex-Xaverian actually, he asked me to come to the school and show him the new toilet. He was using the old toilet previously. So I asked my son, take a photo for me and show him on the blog. But is there any plan for...
There are plans, but we have no money.
Okay, about the education system, I get all sort of different opposing views. Some say our system is very good, but the implementation is not. Then some say it has to be improved. There are so many different views. So where do you stand on this?
Education system anywhere in the world will be the same, in the sense that each country got to look into their own system and see how well they can evolve their system for the good of the people, not for the good of the politician, so that they can use it as a card to go up in the political arena. I think that is wrong. Politicians shouldn't play with education. Education is very, very important. And not only that, we can't say whether our system is good or bad. Our system needs to be evolved. But the snag is this: all those who cannot find work in the private sector, like accountants, like certain engineers or certain science people, so because they can't find work outside, they want to become teachers, and the ministry is willing to accept them. And that's the problem, because some of them are so poorly trained, or they are there for the good money, which is teachers are now paid very well by the government. In fact, it's very generous of the government, the present government, to pay teachers. And because of the money, they are here for the money. Most of them, they can't even be bothered to better themselves. So when there are courses and all, to better themselves, they always say they have no initiative to use their own money to go for courses. So even if the government give them courses, they give excuses not to attend, or go in half-hearted and not listen properly and not implement. And that is the sad part of this country's education system. It is not bad. It is a good system. But the people who are in it are not convinced of the goodness that they can do as teachers. And that is the most unfortunate thing.
It has involved, actually, my father was a teacher, and he was like the iconic one that everybody respect. But nowadays it has changed. So do you foresee any improvement from here, or it's going to get worse?
But no, it won't get worse. It's all depend on the individual. The individual must believe that I come into teaching to touch hearts and change lives. If a person becomes a teacher and think that I'm here for the money, I'm not here to help the kids to help the children to grow, then it will grow worse, and the person will go worse himself. He will not be a good teacher, and it will be a very depressing. I don't know how the person can retire by the age of 58.
I live next to St. Xavier branch, so I can hear them screaming the whole day, and I was say thanking God I'm not a teacher. I don't know how to handle that.
But I think it's not the kids screaming or anything. It's the teachers unable to control the boys. When we say control, we don't mean must use the cane or corporal punishment. There are ways of learning how to talk to kids and control kids. You don't need violence to control kids. After all, God made our hands not for violence. They are meant for goodness. Only problem is teachers lack the skill, or they don't want to learn. In general, most of them don't want to learn. They are willing to just let the noise go higher and higher, and that's it.
One of the things that I've talked about is, I said last time it's very hard to talk about sex with our children, but now it is very hard for me to explain to them the political situation, because they can see for themselves corruption going on and all these lopsided laws and so on. So as a mother, sometimes I have to make sure that they know what is right and what is wrong, and I have to tell them about this, and we discuss lah. So what do you have for advices for the parents? Because a lot of parents, some of them are still living in the, and for me and my son, we are very close together. We can discuss anything, we can joke. So for you as a headmaster who have been dealing with the youth, do you have any advice that can tell the parents how to deal with their youth now? And
I think parents, you got to be tolerant. At the same time, you have to pull your children back to the actual thing, what is right and what is wrong. Even parents themselves, some of them can't even see what they are doing wrong. You know, recently I just spoke to one discipline master from another school, where he's a discipline master in a Chinese school in Penang. And he phoned up a parent to say, your son rides a motorbike without license. And the father has the audacity to come and scold the teacher 4-letter bad words, obscene bad words in Hokkien, and say, why do you care? That boy is not your son, but why do you care? So you get parents nowadays like that, or parents who get sucked into the society of looking for money. Mother, father, nowadays mother and father work, and that's why when they come back, poor things, they don't have time for their children. And then everybody lead a very individual lives. So I can only tell parents, trying to give yourself time, maybe like Saturday or Sunday when a public holiday, make sure you have family holidays. Talk to your child in the bedroom. No need to scold them. I know sometimes young people do stupid things because their friends, they rather be with their friends than with you. For the simple reason their friends give more excitement than parents. Because half the time children speak with their parents, the father and mother will scold. How can you be so stupid? How can you be so stupid? You know, so they need that. I think parents should try to have holidays organized and tell the children, you cannot go anywhere because from this date to this date we are going on family holiday. If parents first were to do that, that's how I feel. At least, and from time to time, talk to the children individually, privately, somewhere where nobody in the family can hear, and then ask how is everything. My worry is always romance, and then early premarital sex. It looks so easy because in all the films that they see, it's always about premarital sex. And as Christians, we feel that how do you teach morality? We are also feeling the what we call the challenge of how to reach out to young people. I only can say to parents, you just have to try and never give up. Okay. Thank you, Lilian. Thank you very much for the opportunity. All the best.